What's happening, y'all? Before I break down the price tag of staying in a toxic cycle for far too long, let's recap the last few videos. If this is your first time here, I go by Coach K, and you've joined me on day 8, right in the middle of a 14-day mini-series. This series has taken us from DIY projects to an internal investigation, unpacking the high stakes of a repeating cycle. On day 7, we talked about toxic productivity. Today, we're diving into the unforeseen cost of pride. In a DIY project, if you measure wrong, you lose a few bucks and hours of work. But when you measure wrong in your life for a few months straight, the invoice is a lot higher. Today is day 8, and it's time to talk about the cost of pride, what it cost me in 2025. I am on my way to this Baddies with Business event. Uh-oh. Got all my stuff. I brought some candles just in case. I know they have some vending going on there. And then I have just my traditional marketing bags that I give out. So even if I can't sell the candles, I'll be able to give out those little marketing bags. But I needed to get some gas beforehand because after that, we on the road doing some lift. Getting busy, so I wanted to be prepared for every aspect of what I got going on today. So yeah, gas is got. We good on the gas. Get their receipts. Always keep your receipts, okay? The event for the Baddies with Business is over at the Durham. One of the Durham parks. I think it's a Durham County park. And so I heard about it from one of my Lyft riders. So they told me to come out to the Bonanza. So I'm gonna head that way. And I will let y'all know what's up when I get there. So let's go. I'm sitting here now, April 2026. And honestly, I'm still paying for the choices I made back in January of 2025 because I was too prideful to admit that I was struggling then. I was dealing with the aftermath of losing my reliable mode of transportation, a decline in steady income, and the burnout that came with it all. My pride told me I could handle it alone. My reality told me I couldn't. Looking at this project now, this is the preparation for me getting ready for the market that I told you a bit ago that I'm getting ready to head out to go to. And to be honest with you, I shouldn't have went to that market because I was going to be missing out on money and I was spending money that I really did not have. But there was a point to prove. And unfortunately, I was ignoring my body. I was ignoring my bank account and my community, because I didn't want to look weak. That strength cost me most of my savings and my peace of mind. I'm looking at this footage now and realizing pride is the most expensive thing that I've ever owned. What I didn't realize then, I'm starting to see clearly now. The cost of pride is always higher than the cost of honesty. I'm paying the bill today so I don't have to carry that debt further into 2026 and beyond. Tomorrow's going to be day 9, and we're going to look at the ghost of January 4th. The moment that I thought it was all over, but it was just waiting to resurface. Day 9 is all about the psychological turning point. In any setback story, there's a moment where the clouds part and you think, whew, I survived. It's over. On January 4th, 2025, I had that moment. But because I didn't change the internal cycle, the hardship didn't leave. It just went dormant. This next episode is all about the ghost, the underlying issue that waited in the shadows until January 24th, 2026 to reappear. But before we jump ahead to day 9, we're going to go ahead and continue out day 8, and I'm just going to show you what the cost of pride can look like. It can look like you making progress. It can look like you having a good time. It can look like you moving in the right direction. And all these things can be true. But the cost of pride has a funny way of creeping back in just when you thought it was all over and said and done. Yes, I got to learn some new skills. I got to practice some new modalities, but pride was keeping me stuck internally, mentally, emotionally. I was stuck in the hardship, stuck in the struggle, and I was just trying to fight my way through. But whatever you do, don't let pride keep you stuck. Reach out for help. Let somebody know what's going on. Because if you don't, that ghost will come back to haunt you, just like it did for me. And if you want to know exactly how that happened, then come back tomorrow for day 9 when I really get into the details of how that ghost impacted me. But for now, let's close out day 8 and let's get to this market. And I'm going to share some things that I learned from this experience, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Today I'm on my way to Crash the Baddies with Business event. I'm going to go take some of my merch to them to add to their raffle, so hopefully someone gets to win these. And if you don't get to win them or you weren't at the event, you can always purchase them. Just look in the description below or just ask me in the comments or whatever, DM, however you get in contact with me, I can get you some candles as well. Later. We made it. No tickets. We're all good. So glad. But I wanted to make sure I got back to this vehicle before anything went down. So let's turn on this app and let's get to work. I know I was only there for just a little bit, but the favorite thing that I received is this pendant that says "Be bold," and that's exactly what I did today. I was bold enough to walk into an event because I was invited, but not just show up bringing myself, but also bringing my gifts and bringing some gifts for those who would be in attendance. So remember to be bold. Never let anybody tell you can't do something. Anything you put your mind to, with you and with God, anything is possible.